Whoa. Who let you in? How'd you get in here? It's what? This is a little fishy. All right, so today this is the oldest video I can find of Alip on his channel. Tetty Kadi, if I'm saying that right. It appears Alip is rocking out on a Yamaha Jumbo acoustic with 20 frets. And as is normal, I have no idea what he's playing. It's a cover, apparently, but I don't know the song. And I don't know why I don't do brain gym. I don't know, you know, I'm random. Maybe I'm saving it for a rainy day because I can't believe he's gonna solve a Rubik's Cube with one hand and like rock out with his other hand. That just seems a little absurd to me. Some days are run days and some days are walk days. Some days are rest days. I mean, there's just, you know, variety is the spice of fitness, maybe, I don't know. 10 miles walking. In your language, 16 kilometers. That's according to the robot. I don't know if that's true, but that's what the robot tells me. Let's not make Alip wait any longer. I'm gonna click that button. He's playing with a pick. That is unnatural for him. So, okay, all right, I gotta get used to it. It's gonna be more of a jazzy thing. It's getting, he's about to put some awesome melody ornaments on there. Let's do what he's doing right there, though. This is almost like honky-tonk country meets, kind of, well, it's really, I was going to say kind of ragtimey, but it's really mostly just like a country thing. And I might as well copy him. Let's get a pick. So what he's doing on his bass line, he's doing root 5, but he's going down. So for our C chord, right? We got C in the bass, and you go down to the G. My tune? Yeah, so got. Same thing for our F. So our fifth is the C, go down to the C. And like, I think he plays a C up here. And he has a walk up. Right? Let's see what happens next. Let's turn around, my stand's broken. All right, let's put this over here then. That's the F chord, right? Ooh, and that's to F minor. That's a cool change. She went from C major to F major to F minor. What an awesome song, though. F to F minor, C major, and then he used kind of a C minor blues at the end. I did not at all expect him to be playing that style in his first video. It's pretty awesome. I love that style. That anything you can like bob your head to, you know what I'm saying? With like little moving bass line. Oh, I can't put the strap on, it won't fit. So let's do some more of what he had in there. So we had the F minor, again. So that's F major to F minor to C. So what else do you do in there? To F. So all of his melodies on string 1 and 2 on this, which is convenient for using a pick. If it was in the middle, it'd kind of be a little harder. And just like cool little walk-ups. And that ending thing he did, he kind of did the thing that I goofed around with earlier, he kind of did that for the ending. I didn't know he was going to do that. But right, that's like a major blues. But then he added a little minor, some like minor blues in there. Back to major. Yeah. Very much a country meets ragtime thing, which kind of like makes sense because historically that all kind of comes out of the same bucket, which is country music coming out of ragtime in the 20s, 30s. You end up with country music also 20s, 30s, 40s, talking about decades, right? And then a decade or two later, it turns into rock and roll with Elvis Presley, and it kind of also goes off in another direction of blues. Your old school blues musicians like B.B. King. And then in the 70s, that turns into rock music and progressive music. And in the 80s, it turns into metal. And then in the 90s, it's alternative music and thrash music and stuff like that. But it all comes from the same key roots, which are these 3-chord, 4-chord songs. Like in this case, this piece is mostly C major, F major, and G major, with an occasional decorative chord thrown in there, like the F minor, and some walking bass lines. The real big difference between this and, say, ragtime would be the syncopation of the lines. But as far as the note choices, extremely similar in the actual content of the pitches, of the pitch classes. But how those pitches are put together in ragtime, do I even know a ragtime thing? Right, that more of that type of a thing. Which his is more subtle on this one. And on the end of those lines, like when you're ending a song, I like to surprise and throw like a jazzy chord in. So if let's say we're gonna go from our G chord. We're gonna end on that C major or walk up to it. I think it's kind of fun sometimes to surprise people and throw like a weird chord on that C. So instead of doing C major, right, you could do the easiest thing ever, which is a C7 dominant chord. So like, you could jazz it up and go like, how about shock him with a C major 7? Or go a little more out there and do like, this is 3 2 2 3 2, and do a C 6 9 sharp 11. It's all still C major chords. All these fancy numbers are just decorations. They're like spices you can throw on the original chord. So like if you're making, using a C major or a C7 is like, I'm going to put some salt and pepper on that because that's all I've got. But if you've got some crazy spices laying around, you got some chilies, you got, I don't know, exotic spices. If I was better at cooking, I would know examples of exotic spices. But using like a C6 9 sharp 11 is really just saying, I got my C chord, but I also have these weird spices and flavors, and now I'm gonna pour that on there and catch your tongue off guard. Although in this case, your tongue is your ears, and it's also your expectations. Good to see that Alip's first video is awesome, even though it's an extremely different style than I'm used to seeing him play. Proof again, man, talent is talent is talent is talent. Dude just shines every time he plays like anything. Well, cool. That's it. I've talked enough, right? Or as 20% of you say, I've talked too much already. So I'm going to disappear and find some more music and make some more videos. And you, I'm not your boss. I can't tell you what to do. But hopefully I will see you sometime very shortly. I'm out.